We are going thrifting for Secret Santa gifts. My Secret Santa at work is next week. Our office Christmas party is next week. And I need to thrift for a Secret Santa gift. Now, I am doing a Starbucks gift card for my gift. However, I really wanted to find a cool coffee mug or coffee mug and saucer set or something like that to put with it. So that's really what I'm thrifting for. We have a limit, we can't spend more than a certain amount on our Secret Santa gifts. So there's that. And then I also have a white elephant gift exchange at my family's house on Christmas as well. So I am thinking about what I can get for that. And then my mom just texted me, and I know she needs me to pick up something for her. So I'm gonna have to probably pick up an additional gift for her as well, because I don't know if I told you guys this, but my mom broke her foot. And so she's been out of commission and out of work for a couple months now, and she's getting better. She has a boot on her foot, but she can only do so much. So I have been tasked with all of her errands that she cannot do. Anyway, I am headed to Hope of the Valley because typically they have some really cool, unique, and interesting things there. I may be able to find a really cool mug and saucer there, but also it's on the same side of town as the Goodwill that I typically also find really cool coffee mugs and things like that at. So I'm going over there first to see what I can find and also try to get a Secret Santa gift. So yeah, I'm so excited. I haven't been in a thrift store in months, y'all. Aside from thrifting Christmas decor, actually looking at other things, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. Anyway, so yeah, that's today's vlog. I know it's been a gap in between the vlogs. After the 7 days, I needed to take a break because my assignment was fulfilled. My only assignment was to get out those 7 days, and I did my job. So now we are on to something else. Darn it. I need gas. I have 20 miles. Okay, let me get some gas first, and then we'll get back to the conversation of what it is that we're actually supposed to be talking about. So first of all, I must say I'm very proud of myself because I have not really been getting distracted. I'm showing you guys things here and there just because they're like really cool things to show you, but my cart is empty. It's very much empty. Like even this is like a cool, very cool vintage bomber, but after my closet clear out, like I told you guys, there's just, it's easier to say no. So anyways, I'm just kind of like doing a little browse, but I have a feeling I'm going to be leaving out of this store empty-handed because I'm just not finding anything that I absolutely need. I mean, there's a few cute home decor pieces. Like I love stuff like this, but I don't necessarily need more frames right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm looking down this last aisle because I do want another fur coat, and if I can happen to find one, even if it's faux, that's like really cool and unique, that would be great. But I think I'm gonna go to the Goodwill that's down the way and see if I can find anything there that would be good for my Secret Santa gift, because I didn't find the coffee mugs that were like right, you know, and I don't want to just get anything. I'd rather buy her a brand new one than thrift one that isn't that great. So yeah, I think I'm done here. Off to the next store. So I'm in this thrift store that's right next door to Hope of the Valley, and I actually found these, which I think these are really cool. So I kind of want to get these and add the gift card to it because they're so pretty. So I might actually get these. I'm gonna look around a little bit more and then we'll see. I've been looking for a pair of riding boots like this, and I'm so sad these are not my size. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a brown pair and a black pair. These are actually pretty cool. They feel like a very soft leather, but the feet are tiny. This is also really cool. Love the shoulder pads and the lines on it. Very nice. This wasn't eaten. And I actually have one of these that's from my grandmother. Love it. But this one has like a little rip on it. I decided against the mugs. I'm just going to go to a different store to see what I can find. So I'll pick you guys back up when I get there. Headed to the other thrift store. Honestly, I was thinking to myself that I would go back there if I didn't find what I needed at this next store. But the thing is, if I don't find what I'm looking for at this store, I'm going to buy retail. That's what it is. That's what I'm gonna do. So like I had it in my mind that I was gonna do 12 days of Vlogmas, like every other day till Christmas Eve. And then after like the first 7 days, I realized that probably wasn't gonna work out the way I thought. And there's honestly been like, I'm gonna do a video, my final video of the year, where I'm gonna tell you guys a lot of different things, but there's just been so much change for me this year on so many different levels, spiritually, emotionally, like in my realm of relationships. Like there's just been so much change, and I sometimes sit back and I think about it. And one of the things that has been like on replay in my mind is timing. And timing is something I talk a lot about with my sister. I've been paying a lot of attention to the timing of things and how things have played out. And I pay attention to the timing of when things pop up. It's so interesting because when you pay attention to timing will tell you more than you could ever possibly imagine. Timing will speak paragraphs where you're only looking for a sentence. I hope that makes sense. But I've just been noticing the timing around a lot of things in my life, and that timing has been very, very telling. And it's honestly been tremendous in pointing me in the direction of what I need to do and decisions that I need to be making. So like, that's one thing. Another thing that I have been paying a lot of attention to this year is centered around discernment. You guys have been hearing me speak a lot on discernment, and it has occurred to me that I probably should, how can I say this? When it comes to discernment, I say a lot of things about discernment. I say a lot of things about discerning yourself first. And then, by discerning yourself, you can discern others. And that discerning yourself helps your discernment to be really, really sharp. But it occurred to me that when I would have these videos talking about discernment, I would see people in the comments quoting this scripture that I hear a lot of people quote when it comes to discernment. And I was having a conversation with God about this because I was talking to him about just different scenarios and like how discernment played a part and a role in these things. And I was asking him, how could I possibly explain this? Because it's just not something that's easy to explain. Then he started to show me something and literally gave me the way to explain not perfect, because nothing is perfect but God, but he gave me a way to explain how to discern on a deeper level, but by way of a visual example. What he kind of showed me, okay. So there's this scripture that a lot of people quote. I noticed that a lot of people quote this scripture around discernment. The scripture is, you will know them by their fruit. And when I was having a conversation with God about this and a lot of different things in my life where I needed to use my discernment, I started to realize that, and he was telling me this, that a lot of people get stuck at discerning at the fruit level. And you will know them by their fruit has a deeper meaning than just the fruit. And the best way that I could explain this is by giving you the example that he showed me. And that's, let's say this lip gloss is an apple, right? You will know them by their fruit. So you see an apple and you see that this is the product of an apple tree, right? But let's take it a step further. Let's say you didn't see this apple, but all you saw was the tree. If you saw a tree and its leaves, would you know that that tree was an apple tree if you didn't see the apples? Now, there are some people who are really skilled in apple trees and discerning what an apple tree is. So they might actually know the tree by the leaves because they recognize what the leaves of an apple tree looks like. But then let's take away the leaves. And let's say that you just have the trunk or the sprout of an apple tree. You plant a seed, it sprouts. Would you know that that sprout was the sprout of an apple tree? Now, there are some people who would not know. Even if they knew what an apple tree looked like by the leaves, if that apple tree, that same apple tree was a sprout, they wouldn't even recognize that it was the sprout of an apple tree. But there are some who would know because they're skilled in apple trees. So they know exactly what it looks like at the start of an apple tree. They know what a sprout looks like. But then let's take away the sprout. And let's say you only have the seed in your hand. How many people would be able to look at that seed and know that that seed was the seed of an apple tree? And then let's remove the skin on the seed, because you know that the seeds, they have a skin and there's something even inside of the seed. If you were to remove the seed, like the skin of the seed, and you just saw the bare bones of the apple seed, would you know, based on what's inside of that apple seed, would you know that that thing is going to grow an apple tree that is going to produce apples? And that's kind of the example he gave me when it comes to discernment, because the thing is, if you cannot discern at the root level and you're only discerning at the fruit level, well, then there's so many different things that you miss. For example, let's say the apple is jealousy. This is the fruit. But here's the thing, that fruit, which is jealousy, is attached to a branch. And that branch is actually insecurity. And that branch is attached to the base of a tree trunk that goes down into a root. And that root is rejection. And that seed is connected to that root. But how did that seed get planted? The seed got planted by a series of experiences that were influenced by a spirit, right? So if you were told your whole life that you were nothing, and that plants a seed of rejection, which is from the spirit, it's a spirit, the spirit of rejection plants that seed, right? And that seed sprouts, and that seed turns into insecurity that then produces a fruit of jealousy, right? But at the root level, all of that comes from growing up and somebody constantly telling you you're nothing. To be able to discern past the fruit level means that when you see a fruit of jealousy, you can discern down to the root where that even came from. And when you learn to discern at the root level, you learn grace, not judgment. So if I'm looking at somebody and I see that they're experiencing jealousy, right? And then insecurity, and then rejection, and I'm able to discern that these kind of seeds are planted by a spirit, and they're planted behind a certain mixture or a certain set of ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'm trying to describe it, but if you know, like, there's a set of ingredients, there's a set of things that will cause this type of fruit, then you no longer look at a person and say, I don't like that person. Ugh, they're just jealous. They're jealous of me. They're this, they're that, they're whatever. I don't want to deal with them. And you're trying to discern, but you're discerning at the fruit level. You're not discerning at the root level. Because when you discern at the root level, you give people grace. And you understand that, wow, if they're experiencing this, if this is their fruit, whew, that goes deep into the root of something else. And if that seed was planted at them, that it's producing this fruit, and that seed was planted in them, then my heart breaks for the fact that that seed was planted in them deep down at the root, and this is what I'm now seeing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it really means to discern, is to discern past what you see, because the apple is the manifestation. You can see clearly this is an apple. It doesn't take a genius to notice that this is an apple, but it does take skill and exercised skill to be able to see the seed and understand that this fruit is produced by the seed. And if you can see the seed is the spirit, the fruit is the manifestation of that spirit. I just wanted to kind of like explain that to you, because a lot of people judge by the fruits, which you should, and you will know them by their fruits, means that by the fruit they're producing, you will know the seed that's attached to that. You will know the root of that because you see the fruit. You will know them by their fruit. So if you know them by the fruit, which is this apple tree, you will know them by the fruit, means that you should be able to recognize the seed that produces this fruit. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. So I was like really having to, like, God gave me this whole entire like picture of how to explain this, but that's really just been my theme of this year, is understanding discernment, because I've always had a high level of discernment from a very small child. And sometimes you get into relationships where people will make you doubt that you see what you see. And when you have self-doubt, then you're not able to really like move in the purpose that God has for you because you're so busy doubting yourself. And so when you're around people that are constantly causing self-doubt, there may be a time where you have to remove yourself from them. The crazy part about it is sometimes you're around people who don't even know that's what they're doing. Like maybe that's not purposed on their heart to do, and then sometimes it is. But regardless of whether or not it's being done on purpose, you really have to learn to surround yourself with people who pour into you and they don't take away from you. I think that's just one of the biggest lessons that I've learned this year. So all of that to say, how did that tie into anything about today? All of my lessons that I've learned this year, even on down to shopping and thrifting and all of that, and the fact that I was able to walk out of that thrift store with nothing, when I saw so many things that under different circumstances and even just like months ago, oh, I'd have had a bag right here. We would have been doing a haul right now. But I'm just to the point now where I'm just understanding a lot of things and the spirit behind a lot of different things. And there is a spirit behind overconsumption, and that spirit is lust. And I know that we have this mindset of like what lust actually means, and you think of it in the traditional like sense of sexuality, but really like to be lustful or have the spirit of lust, like you can lust after material things and start hoarding and accumulating so many material things because of a lust for them. The same thing happens with food. Like gluttony comes from a lustful spirit because you overconsume, and you can overconsume in ways that are not sexual. And so I'm just learning that you really have to be able to tap into your spirit and understand yourself, because now when I see people who overconsume in any way, I understand that there is a lustful spirit in there somewhere. And that's what you saw, like even with me, there was a lust for things in there. And where that lust came from was trying to fill a void that I had in a different area, because normally people who deal with a lustful spirit they're trying to fill a void. And I think I guess a lot of people consider that very transparent. I am being very transparent about that. But it's the truth. And so when you're consuming a lustful spirit, because that's what you're watching, that's the food you're feeding yourself. And then you start to wonder why now you're lusting after all of these different things, and you feel like I need this and I need that and I need this and I need that. It's because of what you're feeding yourself. So you have to really watch and discern who you are letting into your spirit, because that food is going to produce a fruit in you. And you're going to start to do the same things. So anyways, I'm just like so proud of myself for being able to overcome everything that I've had to overcome this year, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. And it was just like a weight that dropped off of me, a burden that dropped off of me. And now it's like I'm trying to learn how to move light. Like there's a lightness. And it's like I feel like I should be carrying something, but I'm not. Thank God. Thank God that weight is not there anymore, because now I can put things down that are not for me and carry the things that I'm actually meant to carry. So going into Goodwill, I'm gonna hope that I can find a beautiful coffee mug for my coworker. But if not, y'all, we going to Home Goods. We going to Home Goods, and I'm gonna find a like really nice pretty coffee mug there. We're gonna do the Starbucks gift card. I might put some Hershey's Kisses in there. Maybe I'll go to Target and I'll get another bag of Hershey's Kisses and fill it up with the card in the inside. I think that'll be really cute. And like I want tissue paper, and like I want to wrap it and everything. So yeah, that's what I think we're gonna do. So tell me down below, are you discerning at the fruit level or the root level? And be honest, because I know me, if I'm being honest, there was a point I was discerning at the fruit level. And when I was discerning at the fruit level, I didn't have patience for people, and I definitely didn't have grace. When you discern at the root level, you learn not to judge people. I'm gonna tell you that much, because you're one decision away from being them. And if you keep judging people, you will find yourself subjected to the same judgment you give. Watch the measure you use, because it will be measured back to you. That's some real life application. All right, now let's go in here and try to find a coffee mug. Not found anything. The only thing that I have that I'm going to try to get them to price out for me, because the jacket is missing, is these. The material is so good, and this is going to fit me like really cool low rise, and it's perfect for summer. I don't have anything like it, and they're like modest cool shorts. And then I also want to get these. I have the gold version. This is the silver version. I got another black pair from them that like already started to break. I mean, what do you expect? They're like $6, but that pair will replace that pair. But I really want to go back to my Goodwill, the one by me, because the one by me has the ones that I want to like rebuy because I really like them. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Actually, I think I'm gonna be out of here and just I think I'm buying retail today, y'all. I think that's what it's gonna be. I could also get these because they're matte black, so they don't really have a metal on it other than the gold writing on the side, but I don't know. I actually really kind of like these also. All right, left with the shorts. Didn't even get the sunglasses. I think I'm going to go to Home Goods now, try to find a really cute coffee mug. I also need to get the gift card. And then what else do I need to do? I need to get something to eat. I actually haven't eaten yet today, so, and it's getting kind of dark. It's actually going to be dinner, so I need to do that. What do I want to do first? I think I'm going to do Home Goods first, because I still need to figure out what it is that I even want to eat. It's got to be something light and healthy though, because I just came off a fast, and last time I came off a fast I learned my lesson trying to go in on what to eat. So yeah, probably gonna do like a salad and some fish or something like that. That sounds actually delicious. Maybe that's what it'll be. But anyways, I'll catch up with you guys at Home Goods. The craziest thing just happened. Why am I sitting here? I'm outside of Home Goods, but I just came up with the most brilliant idea. So brilliant. This is what I'm gonna do for my and I came up with this idea with my mom on the phone, and she like tried to steal my idea. But I'm actually going to get my coworker a nothing bundt cake, like the small one, and then I'm just going to tape a Starbucks gift card on top, and then I'm done. I would love to receive that gift. A nothing bundt cake and a Starbucks gift card. I could have coffee and cake. That's what we're doing. So if you're trying to figure out a cool gift idea, like just a little thought gift that's not super expensive, get a nothing bundt cake. They come in smaller sizes, and then tape a Starbucks gift card to it. And it's such a cute little gift idea. Like, I really wanted to thrift the most spectacular Secret Santa gift, but it just did not pan out that way for me. It just didn't work out. So, you know. Did they change the name of the nail shop? I used to go there and get my nails done all the time. Is it the same nail shop? I remember I stopped getting my nails done there because I had gotten like really sick, and when I went to, I was like so sick I didn't even remember to like cancel my appointment. I was like out. And then when I called and apologized and tried to schedule an appointment again, she tried to make it seem like she was doing me a favor to do my nails. And I'm like, I'm paying you. You're not doing me a favor. This is mutually beneficial. So I didn't like her attitude, so I never went back. Unfortunate, but yeah, I'm going home. I'm about to give me something to eat. I'm hungry. But yeah, so that's the video. don't even think this video is that long, to be honest. And you know what? I'm sorry. I am sorry, but I will be vlogging my Secret Santa party. So I'm going to determine after, what day is that party? That party is Tuesday. It's gonna be a few days. Yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here and we're gonna do a separate vlog for the party. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. See you in the next one. Bye.